Welcome to the Nerdy Neanderthals Podcast, episode 3. Today we are talking about ranking different things from best to worst. At least that's what I'm talking about. Alex might have some tricks up his sleeve. I do not know. What's up, Adam, by the way? Grinding Trackmania, that's a W. Anyways, if you haven't been here before, if you haven't seen our podcast before, I'm Tagi, or Tage, doesn't matter. This is my stream, but this is our podcast, the Nerdy Neanderthals, and my co-host is right here.
Hello, I am Aura is Cool on Twitch.tv, but you guys can call me Alex or Smoothie.
Type shit.
And I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve this podcast.
Oh shit.
I do.
Also, special announcement. I kind of forgot to fill Alex in on this before I hit start stream, so it's an announcement for him as well. The first episode of the Nerdy Neanderthals will be coming out on the YouTube tomorrow. So from here on out, all the live episodes will be on Monday, and all the episode drops will be on Tuesday.
Let's go.
I wanted to give us a little bit of time between the live episodes and the posted episodes, just in case we have to skip a show for a week for any reason. I have a lot of family and a lot of family related stuff that happens all the time. I also work at a job where shit can get really busy really quickly, and Alex works at a job with a unstable schedule, and he might have to work when I am available, and I might have to work when he is available. So
yeah,
there might be a week where we aren't able to record an episode. So I wanted to have a little bit of space between the live episodes and the recorded episodes, so we can make up for that and still have episodes coming out without us making a live episode.
Yeah, we essentially have a cushion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, I would like to start it off with my first ranking, and these questions are all for you. If you want to hear my personal ranking, I would be glad to answer, but these questions are all directed towards you. I want to hear your opinion. This is a little bit of a getting to know Alex episode.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to hear your opinion on these things, and I want your full opinion on them.
Perfect.
And
you caught me at a bad time.
I think these things kind of work out for you. I think you have some good answers for them.
Oh, I probably do. I have a good answer for everything because, hey,
True.
my motto is I don't lie, I spread misinformation.
That's the Donald Trump mindset right there. All right. Excuse me. Squirt hits the chest. Bro, that's crazy. All right. Ranking from best to worst. Let's start it off with one of our favorite topics to talk about together.
Of course.
Invincible.
Let's go.
Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. How would you rank them in order from best to worst?
That's a thinker. That's a thinker. I guess, okay.
To me, at least in my opinion, there's a correct answer for last place.
Oh, okay. Valid.
And that's season 2.
Whoa.
I think season 2 of Invincible is the weakest season of the entire show.
Wow.
I think season 1 is like peak storytelling, and I think season 3 and 4 tried their best to match season 1 with bigger villains, and unfortunately it just didn't hit as hard as season 1. And honestly, like, season 2 is kind of forgettable.
Okay, well,
like, I couldn't tell you a lot of major points that happened in season 2 because I kind of forgot a lot of them.
Okay, well,
and like, I don't forget season 1, 3, and 4. Like, I could talk about them all day.
You know what? I can agree with that to an extent. The reason I don't agree with it fully is because the plot points in season 2 gave us Oliver. That was an important thing. Gave us Oliver.
Yeah.
It gave us the whole Lizard League stuff that had happened.
Sure.
And it gave us the introduction and the first death of Angsham Levy.
Sure.
It was the final episode. But I will give you that was quite literally the final episodes.
Can I counterpoint all of those things?
A fair point. Yeah.
Can I? Is that okay?
Yeah. Go for
Uh,
it. Yeah, come for me.
Introducing Oliver, in my opinion, is not nearly as important as the two arcs we have gone through with Oliver in season 3 and season 4. First, the
Okay.
arc of him learning to be a hero instead of a villain, because all he has seen is violence, and Mark has to teach him how to not be violent.
You know
And
what?
then
Okay.
season 4, him now learning to forgive Omni-Man the way Mark has forgiven Omni-Man, and learning to battle his emotions, especially now that he's technically a preteen and like a teen.
Mhm.
He's learning about what he has feelings for. He's learning about accepting that people have done wrong, and accepting that sometimes it's hard to forgive them, but you can still forgive them. And he's learning that at a young age, and he's learning to be a hero, and he always chooses the right path. And I feel like both of those arcs are bigger than the introduction to Oliver.
Okay, explaining it to me like that, I think I'm gonna agree with you on that. I think season 2, by far, yeah, season 2 was the weakest season.
And then, like, for the Lizard League thing, like, yes, the Lizard League arc was very important, especially for Rex, but I feel like
His character
I feel
development
like
didn't happen until 3.
yeah, I feel like Rex's full character arc and true character arc didn't happen until season 3, and I feel like New Guardians being with Brit, and like the separation of Robot and Monster Girl from the rest of the team, is more of an impact than the Guardians almost dying to the Lizard League, especially since technically all of them lived.
Yeah, they all survived pretty much.
And
it wasn't
so,
really a death-defying fight.
Right. And then my final point, which was the first death of Angstrom Levy, it doesn't hit as hard because he doesn't actually die.
Yeah.
When Mark realizes he didn't actually die, he like immediately forgives himself for it.
Yeah.
And like kind of just lets it go. And I feel like in season 3 and season 4, him battling with the idea of, do I have the authority to take someone's life? Like, is that something that I have the authority to decide? Can I decide when it's the right time to take someone's life? I think the impacts of those questions in season 3 and 4 are bigger than the impacts of him thinking he took a life in season 2.
Yeah, 10 times more important, because it just season 2. Okay, I'm gonna give you my blind ranking just from from what I think, and I'm gonna tell you what I really think.
Okay.
So I think season 2 is the worst season of all time. Season 2 was the worst. I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I liked a couple of episodes, and I liked a couple of parts.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. There was good stuff in season 2.
All in all, even when comparing it to the comic, in my opinion, paced all of season 2 better. There was a lot more stuff happening. There just was. That's always going to be my thing with the comic, is that although Robert Kirkman's using the show to rejuvenate it and to
kind of rewrite it
down to a more digestible level and something that makes more sense. Yeah, like what you just said. The comic just has so much more content that just during the Thraxan invasion in season 1, there was like a whole extra arc that had happened before that we don't see in the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like season 2 comic was better than the show. But like it goes season 2, I would say season 2, season 1. Because no, honestly, I would say season 2, season 3, season 1, and season 4.
So you think season 4 is the best?
I think it's either going to be season 4 or season 1 is the best season for me, because season 1 was the most impactful season for me. Like it really, and even as an Invincible fan, but taking out the fact that I have read the comics before, taking out all of that, watching my friend Joseph, watching his full blind reaction to the first season of Invincible was something that you just can't recreate. You will never feel that again. You'll never see that again.
I think the two greatest scenes in the show are both from season 1.
Exactly. Okay. What scenes?
The why don't you go inside and go to bed? and then he looks at her and says, "Make me." That scene is so impactful.
It is really impactful.
That scene is like Debbie Grayson. That scene shows you that this Earth's version of Debbie Grayson is the reason that this Mark turns out okay and turns out good and has a good heart. Because in that scene right there, she teaches him that your power means nothing when it comes to the people that you should care about and you should respect and love. And the people that you should care about and respect and love are your people, humans.
Exactly.
The people that you've been raised around your whole life. That's who you should protect. And she teaches him that lesson so subtly in that little scene. Because he has a power complex. When he gets his abilities, he immediately thinks he's better. And Debbie humbles him in that one scene. Because he says, "Make me," and she goes, "Does that make you feel strong?"
Yeah, literally. Does knowing that you could knowing that you could crush me make you feel better than me?
She basically just calls him pathetic for doing that.
Literally.
And he immediately feels pathetic for doing it. Like he immediately is like, "Damn, that sucked. Like I hated that feeling."
Yeah, literally. Because I feel like in that moment, that like shows us why Nolan did fail in teaching Mark how to be a true Viltrumite. Because like Mark has shown time and time and again that he can be a Viltrumite, even in the comic way later into the show.
A perfect example of Mark showing he can become a Viltrumite is when he has to fight the Reanimant in the Guardians of the Globe HQ.
Oh yeah.
When the frequency gets blocked.
Murdered, he killed them the exact same way his father killed the Guardians.
Yep, the exact same way.
And it's like, it's not that Mark can't be a Viltrumite. It's the aspect of Nolan allowed
Debbie
to be such a heavy, impactful thing in his life that it was just like,
that was his mom.
And like, no amount of Viltrumite training could break what Debbie Grayson taught Mark about being human. Because the second that Mark found out that he was a Viltrumite, that's all he thought about. That's all he could think about was being an alien, being a superhero like his father, everything like that. But Debbie was the one that was like, "Hey, but when you become a superhero, you're going to save the little guy, right?"
Exactly.
And it's just that's such an important thing,
and like
especially for a child who knows that he is this godlike being now.
But it's just like Debbie just consistently throughout the show reminds Mark how to be a hero, and just subtly. Like, the most recent example would be how quickly she was willing to travel to a different planet in a different galaxy to make sure Oliver was okay.
Yeah, just to go check on her son, dude.
Just to go check on her adopted son. Like, Debbie is all about, like, is everyone okay? That's her whole thing. And Mark is a good guy because he's had Debbie in his life acting like that his whole life. But yeah, the Make Me scene is probably, in my opinion, the most impactful scene in the entire show, and it gets slept on by so many fans. It's one of the best scenes in the entire show.
Oh yeah.
Every single time I watch that scene, like, because I rewatch the show a lot. I do. I'm a big Invincible fanboy. I rewatch the show all the time. That scene makes me cry or almost cry every time I watch it.
It's a really good scene. I love,
like, it's such a beautiful moment between Mark and his mother.
Season 1 was just such a good season, like, and in so many aspects.
Yes, and then the second best scene is, "What will you have in 500 years? You, Dad." That's the second best scene in the entirety of Invincible. The flashbacks to him, like, running the home run and Nolan being so proud of him, and then his teeth are missing in the modern day because Nolan beat them out, and he starts seeing, like, the little boy that he raised instead of the Viltrumite that he was trying to raise. And you see Nolan's human side come into confliction with his Viltrumite side for the first time in the entire fight. because in that moment he stopped seeing his son as a Viltrumite. He stopped seeing his son as his little boy. And he couldn't do it anymore. After that, he couldn't take it. And that was kind of what made Omni-Man snap, was him seeing his little boy. That's what made him like stop being a Viltrumite. Like season 1 is the 2 most impactful scenes in the entire show.
No doubt. I want to say season 3 was really good for the sake of character developments.
Yeah.
That's where season 3 was like the strongest.
Yeah. Season 4 just had crazy shit happening. That's just...
season 4 is just like, hey, welcome to real Invincible.
Season 4 is like, okay, we've done the character building. Now it's time for you to just enjoy the show.
Like now it's time for Invincible. This is what Robert Kirkman was excited for.
But like, yeah, season 3 was a perfect character building season.
This is the best character building season. So I think I would have to say it goes season 2. Season 3. I'd say no, honestly. I think I'm gonna say season 2, season 4, season 3, and season 1.
From worst to best? Okay.
Yeah. Worst to best.
So season 2, season 3, season 4, season 1?
No, season
4, season 2, 3, season 1.
4.
Got you.
Yeah, season 2, season 4, season 3, and season 1.
I think I would disagree.
What would you swap?
3 and 4.
Okay, that's valid.
I think 4 is a better season than 3. But not by much.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, season 3 had it in terms of being better than season 4 up until episode 7. Once episode 7 happened, that whole episode, like Omni-Man talking to all the kids and being like, if you think you're strong, Thrag is stronger. Like, do not fight him. And like that build up, and then like all of them finally like coming together and planning the attack out. And like at first the plan is working and it's just like this really cool fight in space, and you're like, oh shit, like we're actually killing these Viltrumites right now. Like we're actually taking down their numbers right now.
No bad.
And like you get that cool scene of like Tech Jacket sticking the needle and then Alan like uppercuts the guy's whole chest cavity. Like that was tough. And like Space Racer like almost dying and then clutching it back and then killing some more after, like that was cool.
Space Racer coming in with the Ragnirs on the fucking,
that was so tough.
That shit was so tough. So sent them out like fucking Rottweilers, dude.
Yeah, that shit was so tough.
Crazy.
No, and then finally when we actually get to see Thrag in action, I love how the first bit of seeing Thrag in action is him dodging Space Racer's beam like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because up until this point, we have watched like 3 Viltrumites die to it, and like 2 or 3 characters barely miss it. And Thrag literally just...
Yeah, Thrag literally moved an inch.
He just moved slightly. And he never stopped staring. He just moved slightly.
Because because if you look at what he's looking at, if you do a little discovery of what he is like actually looking at, his eyes never leave Thaddeus's.
Oh, Thetis?
He is, Thetis, sorry. I always say his name wrong. I've always done that.
Thetis.
He looks at Thetis
that makes sense.
Entire time.
That makes sense. Because he wants to kill Thetis.
Oh yeah. He wants that.
He wants Thetis dead. Like Thetis is the one person, the one Viltrumite that he doesn't mind killing.
Yeah. Literally. Well,
Like,
give me like 1 second. I'm trying to look for something.
But him barely dodging that beam, and then Omni-Man going in for an attack, and he just immediately weaves him and then punches him into the planet, and you're just like, oh.
You're so that. He literally got lunged.
Because
like, there was So,
We're
There
looking
literally
at
was
the
fight.
final boss of season 1. And he just got absolutely dog walked by this guy who's had 10 minutes of screen time.
Literally.
And it's like, oh, okay. Wow. All right. That's
We
kind of
just saw
crazy.
what we thought was a
And then-
powerhouse.
And then we see a Mark who at this point we've pretty much established that he could probably take on his father in a fight and maybe win. We see him kill Conquest, recover from that. On a technicality, that means that he's stronger because of the way his genetics work.
Yep.
And we see that Mark lose his shit angry because they're losing this fight because of Thrag. And like people he cares about are getting hurt. And so he's like, I killed one of your best guys. I'll do it to you too. And Thrag is just
Conquest.
and Thrag is really just like, all right, bet. Show me then. Like, let's do something.
Run the
And-
ones, bro.
And like Mark goes in for that punch, and you're like, surely,
He's got to be able to do something.
surely he can at least hurt him, because in the comics he does. Thrag bleeds in the comics like right away.
Yeah.
Like he takes damage. It's just the damage doesn't bother him in the comics. That's the difference. He takes the damage. He just doesn't care about the damage. In the show, he doesn't even take the damage.
Literally.
So Mark goes in and Thrag just hits the
Boom.
meanest impact frame I've ever seen in American animation. And breaks
no red
Mark's
skull
hand.
before.
What?
So I had never seen the red skull before. Impact. frame.
and breaks Mark's hand on impact. And so now you're just like, what do we do against this guy? How are we supposed to stop this?
How are we supposed to beat someone who quite literally is unbeatable?
And just the adrenaline of seeing Thrag on screen, knowing the type of threat that he is. In a show like Invincible, having someone as scary as Thrag in power makes his presence terrifying at all times, because a show like Invincible is not afraid to kill their characters. So Thrag could just pull up and kill somebody, and what is Mark gonna fucking do about it? Like, genuinely, how is Mark gonna stop him if he just decides to pull up and kill Debbie? Mark's not gonna
No,
do anything. There's
even though
nothing he
that-
can do.
Even though that Thrag gave him the promise of that he wasn't like the Viltrumites aren't going to do anything.
But
It's
right,
not
but
even really
I don't give a
promise.
fuck about the Viltrumites. What the fuck is he gonna do against Thrag?
that. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even though that Thrag walks up to bro and is like, "Hey, promise you, I ain't gonna hurt no one you love." Gang, you can't really tell bro that because what is he gonna do even if you decide you want to?
Yeah. Well, how is he supposed to stop you if you decide you want to? If you just wake up one day and decide that you want to break your promise, what is he supposed to do?
Like, realistically, you just gave bro a heads up that
You
you,
just-
may or may not crash
You
out.
just 2v1'd Earth's mightiest heroes in this universe like it was nothing. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? You just killed the leader of the coalition of planets. What am I supposed to do?
You just killed the space president, bro.
What am I supposed to do?
What do I do against that?
Like, what am I supposed to do against this guy? I don't know. Although I will say I do love the detail that Thetis was the only one who's quick enough to react to Thrag charging him.
Yeah.
Nolan and Mark didn't react, but Thetis did.
Yep. He moved so quick. That
Dude, but like,
realistically-
dude, Thrag is just like a monster. Oh my god.
he's just like look at his battle beast bite.
I love how they cranked him up to 11 in the show.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I love that he's such a threat. I love it.
It literally it's so crazy because like Mark and Nolan, even looking at the still image of them, like before Thaddeus even gets grabbed, or
Thetis.
Thaddeus gets grabbed, Mark and Nolan are both looking outwards.
Where Thrag was.
They haven't clocked the fact that Thrag
Is right in
there.
front of them.
And the only times that they're able to even clock it is when Thrag hits them with Thaddeus's fucking head and body.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you even supposed to do against that?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know.
Freddie Mercury is pissed when you get another Queen album now.
Bro, crazy.
You think that's what Thrag's doing on Earth? You know, like Luke
Bro.
and Steve Harvey and Krieg is like the leader of the Hells Angels
Yeah,
or some
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
It's Freddie Mercury, bro.
Dude, stop. First of all, stop.
Viltrumites live among us. Dr.
Bro.
Phil is a Viltrumite.
All right. Okay.
Dr. Phil is a Viltrumite.
All right. Okay. Okay.
What I would do for the Viltrum Empire?
All right. We're gonna go away from this. Distraction. Okay. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh Lord.
Rank from best to worst. The Book of Water, the Book of Earth, and the Book of Fire.
Honestly, it's kind of just down the middle. Like it's just kind of it's in a straight line. Honestly, book 1 for me was the worst. Book 2 was like second best, and book 3 Fire was the best. I just love book 3 the most.
That is exactly how I would order it as well.
Like it's just my favorite book. And book 1 was good. Don't get me wrong. I love the introduction of one's characters. I love
the whole show's great.
Like learn waterbending. I love seeing Sokka get better at fighting. I love the fact that his girlfriend was the moon. All of it was great. But like
the whole show is great. It's just season 1 is the worst of the 3.
Season 1 is the worst season. It just is. There's a lot of moments where it's like, okay, Aang, you're the Avatar. Fucking figure this out at this point.
But like that's what makes The Last Airbender so fun, is like as the seasons progress, the show gets better.
Yeah.
No, like the show 100%. Just keeps getting better and better.
Like you can tell, like based off of just one key aspect, the storytelling, like how everything is paced, changes throughout each book.
You can yap about Avatar. I'm gonna grab a snack real quick. I'm a little hungry.
Type shit. Avatar in its whole entirety. How do I even describe this to chat? How do I describe this to chat? When it comes to book 1, all of the things that happened in book 1 were good and important for the story alone. When it comes to the fights, when it comes to the major arcing plot points, the only good plot point I would say was when General Tao killed the moon spirit. That's realistically the only very, very important thing, and that's at the end of season 1. You know what I'm saying? So like then we move into book 2. Book 2 enters in with fucking the first Earth Kingdom, the one that Bomi's in, bro. What are we talking about? That's tough. That's tough. And just to go back to the storytelling aspect of it, book 2's pacing was better. We don't get introduced to everything right away. It's genuinely over time, and some arcs get multiple episodes this season, as opposed to the first season where arcs were usually concluded in 1 episode or at the most 2. The entirety of the Ba Sing Se arc was like 5 episodes. That's a lot of fucking episodes for Avatar to be for an arc. That's crazy. Man, not our great Tagi's back.
I mean, I was gonna just let you keep yapping for real.
Oh, word. And then when you look at book 3 storytelling, and
That's what I was waiting for.
even if I look up the episode discovery for ATLA book 3, I'm pretty sure all of the ratings for each episode were 7 and above. As opposed to the other seasons, had a lot of mixed episodes. Even in 2008, people were like, hey, yo, this is peak. This is peak. Because I'm trying to think of like very, very important, all of the, obviously not counting the Fire Lord stuff, but, ooh, the first time that Aang tried to learn firebending. Cheez-Its, we're not sponsored. But when he first tried to learn firebending, that whole episode literally shows you a character that Aang probably would have been friends with 100 years ago. He probably would have been friends with him. That's one of my most favorite things about each book in ATLA, is that we're introduced to these old masters that would have been OG Team Aang. Like if Aang didn't get grouped up into the fucking iceberg and he just accepted the fact that he was the Avatar, the non-bending master would literally be Sokka's sword master. The firebending master would have been the firebending master he tried to learn from the first time. It would have been the waterbending master that taught Katara.
Mm-hmm.
And the earthbending master would have literally been Boomy.
Yep.
Would have quite literally been Boomy.
Yep.
So it's like, I love the fact that we were introduced to him as a character, because you can tell him and Aang would have gotten along.
Wait, that's crazy. I never actually thought about that.
Really?
And they literally run into like what would have been Sokka, Katara, Toph, and Zuko.
Yep. They run
crazy.
into everyone that would have been.
I never
OG
thought about that. That's wild. I've literally never ever tried to think about that.
Really?
No,
that's actually crazy.
I never put 2 and 2 together. Now that it's explained to me, I'm like, yeah, you're right. They totally do that.
Yeah, it's
kind of obvious.
Yeah, I didn't clock it until probably like the second or third time I'd watched the show. First time you really don't.
But the thing is, for me, it's like, could they really have been Team Aang though?
That's the thing, though. That's the
Is
thing.
Boomy really better than Toph?
No, Boomy just isn't better than Toph.
Is the Swordsmaster really better than Zuko? Or not Zuko, Sokka?
Nope. Probably not gonna be.
Is the fucking sexist waterbender gonna be better than Katara?
Fair point. They're like, that's what I'm saying. They were not like, I don't think it's implied that they were gonna be as great as what Team Aang became.
I mean, Team Aang literally has like 3 of the best benders in the series, and then like the Fire Lord that changed everything.
Yeah, literally. And then has the best non-bending fighter in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like, by the time of Korra, Sokka is quite literally recognized as the best swordsman in the entire world.
Well, he's also like one of the best battlefield strategists.
Yeah, he was the leader of the Grand Republic's army for a while, and then he stepped down to become the Republic City's fucking president, dude.
That's why I always get upset when people bring up like the Korra had harder villains debate, because it's like Korra's villains would not have stood a chance against Sokka, bro.
They just wouldn't have.
Because there's not a single villain in the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender that knew how to handle Sokka.
Nope.
Whenever the gang was like really bad and really needed help, that boy Sokka came in clutch.
That boy Sokka took down many Fire Nation airships by himself.
That boy broke into the highest security Fire Nation prison and then broke back out of it with more people unharmed.
Literally.
That man is a goat.
And nobody on that ship could bend. Except for the firebenders.
That man is a goat.
Literally. Sokka is him. He's him in every single way. He just is.
Korra's villains would not be able to handle Sokka.
No, they would not. They wouldn't be able to handle Toph at her prime.
Real?
Like, that's the thing. People like to bring up that argument where Korra's villains were harder. The only reason you think that they're harder is because the setting that Korra takes place in is like an industrial revolutionized America. The villains are driving cars, guys. You want to know what the fuck Team Aang was having to deal with? Motherfuckers attacking them from like mountains away. And it's like, oh shit, is that Zuko? Who the fuck is that? Remember, they fought a combustion bending guy. He was 10 times more dangerous than the fucking bitch that they fought in Korra. That dude was literally an assassin. He was trained so well that the motherfucker literally would just stand there and watch them. And if he was like, oh, this is a good time to strike, he would just shoot a blast and then chill there. Mm-hmm. He would fuck with them mentally so bad that the motherfuckers couldn't sleep. Mm-hmm. And you got to understand, they don't have like a city to run to. All of their cities are like, well, what's the best time frame that I could even say? This is like,
they're all like villages.
Literally.
They're all just like villages.
This is literally after death time. What are we talking about right now? This is like Nazareth. These people are fighting in. Korra is out here fighting in New York. This is entirely two different bullshit. The only reason people think it's hard is because you're putting yourself in that situation. Because it's like, well, I could live in Republic City. Yeah, you probably could. But like, you would struggle a lot because you're used to having a phone, dumbass. You think you're gonna be able to get around with using a goddamn bird sending all your messages?
Like, that's the thing though too, is like at the time when Aang and the team were doing what they were doing, trying to stop the Fire Lord. The Fire Lord, people don't seem to understand how much of a threat Ozai really was. The Fire Lord,
bro.
The Fire Lord was someone who had the power to stop the Avatar previous to Aang. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? He had the power as a firebender to take down an Avatar. We are talking about an Avatar level threat bender. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, Korra's villains are... Ozai's got nothing on them. I'm sorry. Korra versus Ozai, I think Ozai wins. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The only fucking thing that Ozai doesn't have, the only thing that the villains don't have on Korra, or wait, what am I trying to say? The only thing that all of Aang's villains don't have on one of Korra's villains, and that's fucking what's his nuts, the guy who could bloodbend without needing. That was the only threat. But even then, when we saw him try to combat Aang, Aang was losing for a second, and then he said, "Oh fuck this, Avatar stated," and the motherfucker couldn't do anything to him after that.
Exactly, bro. It's like
there was no fight. There was no competition.
You have to understand there's levels to this shit. You are comparing someone...
You have to understand there's levels to this shit.
You are comparing someone who is almost an adult, who has been trained their whole life to be the Avatar in all 4 elements, who has had plenty of help with modern technology and modern teaching to be an amazing Avatar. We are comparing that to someone who is 12 years old, only knew airbending, found out he was the Avatar, panicked, entered an Avatar state and froze himself.
Yep, because
came out of an iceberg, had found out that not only does he have to stop a war that by some technicality he started, but he has to learn the three other elements he doesn't know to do it, and he has to do it soon because the Fire Nation is about to be way stronger than they've ever been before. Brother is 12 years old, just found out that everyone and everything he has ever cared about is dead, gone, and destroyed, and in 1 year has to learn all four elements and master them enough to the point where he can fight someone who was able to take down the Avatar previous to him. Are we nuts? Are we nuts? There is levels to this shit. There is levels to it.
We're talking about an Avatar who, as a child, was basically told, "You're the most
comparing Korra to
Aang. You're the most important character, or you're the most important political thing in the world, Aang, and you're 12 years old. You got this, right?" No,
brother. No. I only know airbending. What?
Then, like you said, gets trapped in an iceberg because he thought he was going to die in the middle of the fucking ocean, gets discovered, then finds out everything he knows and loves is gone. And then he's basically told, "Hey, so you know that fire lord that we told you about way a long time ago? Yeah, he's dead, but his son is even stronger than him, and the whole comet thing that destroyed your race is coming back. So you got like 4 months, big bro, to like learn all these elements and become wise and become the Avatar. How old are you? I'm only 13. I'm only 12. Nah, you got it. You got it. You can become the all-wise knowing Avatar, right? What are we talking about, guys? Korra was 17. She was 21 by the end of the show. She was a grown-ass adult paying taxes when she was having to master the elements. And her only fluke was that what's-his-nuts took away her bending, and all she had was airbending, and she was depressed. Boo-hoo. Aang lost his whole race. Shut the fuck up. Get over yourself.
Aang also, by the end of the show, Aang hadn't even actually gone through any type of puberty yet.
Nope.
He was still very much a child.
Aang was still a child. Mind you, Katara was 14. So I would have trusted Katara a little bit more to handle the handle the Fire Lord than this little 13-year-old boy. This little 13-year-old boy whose greatest accomplishment before this was creating the air scooter technique.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this just isn't fair. We're giving a baby with a gun versus fucking John Jones.
And what's crazy is that the baby don't miss. That's the craziest thing. The baby doesn't miss because Aang succeeded with flying colors. Actually, the baby didn't kill John Jones. He just paralyzed him.
Yeah, he just paralyzed him. He couldn't wait.
He aimed in the perfect spot to where he wouldn't kill him, but he would end his career.
Literally.
And that baby is Avatar Aang.
Baby is Avatar Aang. And then we fast forward to Korra, who is born in a place where Aang and Team Aang basically was like, okay, let's rejuvenate the world. Let's make a Grand Republic city so people can be united. You know, Korra came in post civil rights, bro. Like, everyone already loved the Avatar at this point. Everyone adored the Avatar because
Korra really had everything she needed to be great.
Yeah, and she's still fucked up. I think the only argument I will give Korra, now look, I'm not a Korra glazer, but I'm a Korra defender. The only thing I will give Korra is I understand the pressure that was thrown on her because of Aang.
Mm-hmm.
Aang died so early on that people were immediately trying to look for the next Avatar. And when they found Korra, she was so sure of herself and so confident that every time that she was introduced to a challenge that she thought she could face, because she's the reincarnation of Avatar Aang. She's got this, right?
That's not how it works, son.
I'll give it to her. You know, I'd be depressed too if everyone kept telling me I had to be like the greatest avatar that had ever fucking lived, even though I'm not, bro. But
Real.
at the same time, you had everything to be great and you still fucked up.
There you go.
How does that happen? Bitch, Team Aang wasn't even dead. You still could have went and talked to Katara or Toph. They was very much alive.
Jesus fucking Christ, babe. That's the second time you scared the shit out. Now what? Like fully? Okay.
That's the thing ever.
That is the second time she scared the shit out of me today.
Hey, did you give a glass of water?
Okay.
Glass of water.
I think we've talked about Avatar enough. I can move on to my next one.
Yeah, I think we can move on after Avatar earlier.
I still have quite a few more to go, so let's try to pick up the pace a little bit on these topics.
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
you're right. How long?
So rank. What?
I'm just seeing the time that we're at.
We're at 47 minutes.
Hey, that's better than 4.
We have.
So just
Yeah. So here's the problem, Alex. We're at 47 minutes. We've answered 2 of my best to worst questions. I have 5 more to go.
okay. So let's start speeding it up. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Did you like just put lotion on or something? What is going on? Why can't you open? Okay, this might actually be because this is impossible to open. Oh my gosh. Bro. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? I can't help you.
What did
I
you do?
genuinely can't help you.
Adam said he can do it first.
I don't know. That's not budging. I can't get it to budge. That's crazy. Okay.
Adam said I first try.
Yeah, so all right, here we go. So, from best to worst, the big 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. Who is your personal best to worst out of those 3 characters? Specifically MCU versions.
Iron Man. Oh, specifically MCU. Okay.
No
I was
comics.
about to say comics. Okay, then it would have to be Thor. It would have to be Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. I think 100%.
Yeah, Adam 100% agrees with you.
Type shit.
Tayshawn disagrees with you, I think.
Wait, no.
I think he's saying Captain America first.
Yeah, worst to best is my worst is Thor. Then it goes Iron Man. Then it goes Cap. I think Cap is better than both.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now. Okay.
Yeah, I think Thor MCU is the worst character ever.
Okay, so you think Cap is the worst, Tayshawn? You're actually never mind. I always forget that Tayshawn likes the Star Wars sequels. Your opinion is invalid. For me, I would say best to worst. Also, everyone keeps doing worst to best. I specifically at the start of this every time say from best to worst, and then everyone goes from worst to best for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, from best to worst, I would say for me personally, it's Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. And the reason I say that is because Thor's solo movies do not hit nearly as hard for me as Iron Man and Captain America solo movies do.
110%.
So that's why Thor's at the bottom. Just because his solo movies kind of suck. In my opinion, he only has one good solo movie. And that's Ragnarok. Everything else sucks.
I was about to say, it is Ragnarok. Ragnarok was really the only good solo movie. That's the thing.
You never watched Captain's movies, and then you're gonna rank Captain against the other 2? Are you insane?
Captain America's solo movies were top tier.
Captain America's solo movies are so fucking good. Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain America: Winter Soldier, and Captain America: Civil War are all fantastic movies.
Well, okay, would we count Captain America: Civil War as a solo movie?
Yes, it's his movie.
I mean, I know it's his movie, but the whole point of Civil War is a war amongst all the heroes that were fighting at the time. So it's
Right.
I know it was about Cap and Bucky, but like
It's a movie about Cap, therefore it's his movie.
okay. I mean, okay.
You can't
that.
say that like that'd be like saying Thor Ragnarok isn't a Thor movie, it's a Thor and Hulk movie. It's like, yeah, but it's still about Thor. It's still his movie.
Valid. Yeah, that's valid.
Even if Hulk is a major plot point of the movie, it's still Thor's movie.
Yeah. Nah, okay, I'm with you on that. It's just like what I think about.
Yes, it feels like an Avengers movie. I get where you're coming from. It feels like it's like a group movie. But at the end of the day, it's about Captain America and his personal story and his journey throughout his movies. It brings his first two movies all together, like with the arc of Bucky being the Winter Soldier and finally coming to terms with being the Winter Soldier and being brainwashed and finding himself again. And Captain America finally coming to terms with everything that he's gone through with the first movie, and then coming into the real world, or not the real world, but the future modern world, and then finding out his best friend's still alive and Peggy dying, and finding out his best friend is actually manipulated by the same people that took away all of his life. And so like Civil War puts all of his movies together and wraps it in a pretty little bow, so we don't have to worry about Captain America anymore. His story's been told, and now he's the leader of the Avengers.
Yeah, because literally Captain, like
I
want to
it's
say
just Spider-Man. That's so valid.
Okay, my true. I want to talk about the comics for a second because
Hold on. Focus on big three MCU.
That's the thing. It's so hard. Okay,
just trust me.
Iron Man's solo movies were perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They were perfect in my opinion. Even Iron Man, even though that everyone says that Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 was like their least favorite,
I like both those movies.
I can't pick a ranking for.
You can fucking sue me. I like all three of Iron Man's movies.
I love all three of Iron
I like all three of them. You can sue me. I don't care.
That's the thing. The MCU did Iron Man right. They didn't do him like how Marvel handles him in the comics. They did him in the right way, which made his alcoholism and made his addictions relatable. They made Tony Stark a relatable character while being a character that none of us could strive for. Yes, obviously you can strive to be rich, but you're not going to be Tony Stark rich. But the way he talks to people, the way he carries himself is something that all of us can relate to in some way. And it's like, he's just perfect. I wouldn't say that his movies are the best MCU movies that have ever come out. But like, I can't really see a whole lot of faults with his movies apart from the pacing of them all. Because, like, yeah, like in Iron Man 3, low-key, some of that shit drags. It drags.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a solid movie.
But
when you look at Captain America's movies, they, at their core, MCU only needed to make 3. That's why there hasn't been another Captain America movie, apart from the Falcon movie. But even then, when it comes to just Steve Rogers, they, like what you said, they wrapped up his entire story.
Yeah, I guarantee you we will never get another Steve Rogers movie unless they redo the entirety of the MCU.
Exactamundo.
I guarantee you. We don't need to hear Steve Rogers' story anymore. We've already seen all of it happen.
Even in Endgame, we see what he turns into, and he just lives his life out with Peggy.
The movies go through Captain America's story so well. Like, Captain America's done really well throughout the entirety of the MCU's Infinity Saga.
Thor just sucks.
Yeah, they kind of did Thor wrong
They did Thor so
but
dirty.
Thor looks like he's gonna feel more like Thor in Doomsday.
I'm really hoping because
He
that's
feels more like Thor in Doomsday. So
yeah, that's why I keep going back to the comics. I'm not trying to, but
no,
when it comes
there's
to
a reason, Alex. I want you to avoid the comics for a reason.
oh, okay, okay, fair point. I think we've answered this question. I think we've answered.
Okay, thank you. My next question is rank from best to worst. The big three comics.
Oh, you're so right.
You fucking moron. So now I want you to rank Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, but not based off of the movies, based off of their comic counterparts.
Okay, perfect. I already have my answer. It's gonna go Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. I think
As
Thor is
worst to best?
Yep, worst to best.
So Iron Man, Captain America, Thor.
Yeah, I think Iron Man is the worst comic character ever been made. He sucks. He's
Me
an
and
asshole.
you agree that Iron Man is the worst.
He sucks. I think Captain America as a comic character was okay. He's great. He has great moments, but he also has a lot of bad moments. Thor, I love him. I love all of Thor's comics. I don't talk about it a lot, but genuinely, Thor is probably one of my most favorite.
Thor in the comics is so tough. Thor in the comics is so much better than the MCU. People don't actually like understand how dope Thor is because they only know Thor from the MCU.
So Thor is so dope. They see Thor.
Like Thor is actually like that.
And they're like, oh, it's just like they think of Chris Hemsworth's Thor, which I get it. Oh, even from a comic standpoint, look at the Ultimate Universe.
You have to understand.
He looked just like Chris.
Yeah, true. You have to understand Thor is literally a character who is capable, and he is capable because he has done it. He is a character that is capable of literally rewriting Marvel. Like, restarting it. Restarting the entire universe.
It's the most broken character in Marvel history.
Oh no, dude, Odin Force Thor is genuinely nuts.
Old King Thor?
No, it's Rune King Thor. Rune King Thor is so tough. So unbelievably tough.
It's my favorite Thor
He's
variant
so powerful.
ever. He's the Fortnite Thor.
He's so strong. He's so strong.
It's just an undebatable fight. Like, I will argue everyone's points because I'm a Thor glazer. I'll argue it all because I'm like, look, hey, but Thor's a god though.
Dude, Rune King Thor takes out Thanos in a 1v1.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Like Rune King Thor is so tough.
Even oh my god, if we're gonna fucking talk about Thanos for a second, literally, and we're looking at Thanos as a character. When Thanos, even in the Avengers animated show that came out on Disney XD, during Thor's fight with Thanos, in my opinion, I think this has been the best media representation we've ever had of Thor.
Oh, the animated show? Absolutely.
Yes, animated show Thor is the best representation.
Captain America gives Thor the coldest aura lob I've ever seen in my life. Spider-Man and Captain America are talking, and Spider-Man goes, "It's the end of the world. Why don't you look scared?" And Captain America goes, "'Cause I can hear it." And Peter goes, "Hear what?" And Captain America goes, "Thunder." And then Thor pops out. And he's like, "I am Thor, Odin's son, protector of the 9 realms. But most importantly, I am an Avenger. And I will defend this realm with my life." And he starts fighting the guys. Oh my god, it's so tough.
Dude, it's so fucking awesome, bro. It's so fucking tough. Awesome. And even just Thor's biology alone makes him, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how farther you go into the story. Thor is going to be stronger because even in Odin's son's lore and Odin's lore and Asgardians lore, the older they get, the stronger they get. So there is no. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. Thor is stronger.
Real.
He doesn't even need
Who is the
Mjolnir to
strongest
pass.
Avenger comic-wise in their most powerful form?
Hulk.
Unironically, it's not Thor, it's Hulk.
It's gonna be Hulk, dude.
It's gonna be
Worldbreaker
Hulk.
Hulk is an endgame threat.
Well, like Worldbreaker Hulk, now you have Infinity Hulk as canon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't forget about
Infinity Hulk is just, that's a crazy monster. What did you say?
I said, don't forget about Demon Hulk, where he literally became like 13 buildings high.
Oh, real?
And
I didn't even know about Demon Hulk.
Everything. And also, let's not forget about the fact that Hulk in lore is immortal thanks to the Green Door. Thanks to the fact that gamma radiation has a direct connection to hell.
Yeah.
Satan literally tells Bruce Banner, "You don't get to die today, pal."
Yeah, real. Tishon, to answer your question,
Spider-Man does not.
Yes and no. 99.9% of Spider-Man do not compete with the power of Hulk and Thor. There is one version of Spider-Man that can even come close, and even then, it's kind of a stretch, and that's Cosmic Spider-Man.
I was about to say,
Cosmic Spider-Man is the only thing that can even come close to Thor and Hulk at their max power, and even then, it's not enough.
And even then, quite literally during the Worldbreaker Hulk arc, during all of that, when the Illuminati was like, "Holy shit, Hulk is coming back! What the fuck are we gonna do?" I'm pretty sure they were like, Doctor Strange or Tony was like, "We gotta get Captain Cosmic here, bro. He has the power cosmic. He can totally handle this." And Doctor Strange is like, "Yeah, I already asked, bro, and he said he's good." Like, what are we talking about? You tell me
excuse me.
The power of the universe even looked at Hulk and said, "Nah, you pissed bro off too much. I'm alright. I don't
Dude,
really
Hulk
want to
is
do it."
terrifying. Hulk is like genuinely terrifying. That's one of the strongest characters, period. People don't realize that. Hulk is actually like genuinely a threat.
Like, and it's not even like a glazing moment either. It's pretty much it's a fact. Look at his lore.
Yeah.
Hulk's pre-established lore states that he just is the strongest.
What's up?
Like, you can put him in any scenario, in any fight. Like, I love the Hulk v Superman stuff. I love seeing that because I like seeing Superman win and I like seeing Hulk win. But if we really want to get down into the science of it, I don't think Superman would be able to beat the Hulk unless Superman's like, "Okay, fuck this. I need to charge up from the sun."
Yeah, it would have to be like, charged up Superman.
Yeah, it would have to be 1,000 suns.
Yeah, or like maybe Kingdom Come Superman.
Yeah. Fuck, but even Injustice Superman, maybe.
It would have to be a strong version of Superman. One time I met Spider-Man, I was there when he hurt Green Goblin type shit. It sounds like a weird acid trip for real. All right, here's my next one. The big three of DC, and I'm not counting movies because the DC movies are shit.
Oh, thank God.
Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Okay, I think you're gonna think that my hot take is really weird.
I don't know. We might have a similar list.
My worst to best.
Okay, worst to best.
As much as I am a Superman fanboy, I compared to the other two, I'm gonna say he's number 3, and then I'm gonna say Batman, and then I'm gonna say Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman.
Crazy
Not even
take.
for the sake. I that's what I'm saying. I think you're gonna take this as a crazy hot take. I love Wonder Woman, but I will say this: when it comes to her like political standpoints, she's actually the worst. She is the worst when it comes to that. She's very, very, very center-headed on Amazon.
Fair.
And if you take Amazon out of the equation, She
Don't-
is the best character.
Don't
She
call
fights
Batman Joker. Don't call Batman Joker,
fights
Tisha.
for everyone when Amazon is taken out of the equation. Even
Yeah.
when Amazon's still there, in certain stories, she will be like, "Look, I'm down for Earth. Earth is my home. I'm here."
But Amazon first.
Yeah, Amazon first. That's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna change my answers. Actually, I'm gonna say Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I love Batman, don't get me wrong, but he has a lot of flaws
Oh, see,
and
okay,
a lot of
you're
mistakes.
really losing me.
He's made quite a few mistakes.
I would say number 1 for me is Superman.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Number 2 for me is Wonder Woman. Number 3 is Batman.
Okay, so you're saying
I think Superman is an obvious number 1. I think he's the face of DC just as much as I think Marvel. I think Spider-Man is the face of Marvel.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that they both encapsulate what it is to be a hero perfectly. Wonder Woman is probably one of the most influential superheroes, but people don't realize that because she's not mainstream in modern day.
Exactly my point.
But the amount of influence the creation of the character Wonder Woman has done to just the woman community in general, like societally wise, is crazy. Like Wonder Woman literally started so much of why women have equal rights nowadays and why we're closer to being equal between genders. A lot of it is because of Wonder Woman. She was a big reason for that. It's actually crazy, but it's true, because you have to keep in mind DC's been around since the 40s. Like DC's been around for a very long time.
No, really.
And so Wonder Woman being I think Wonder Woman was the first female superhero. Being the first female superhero, and also just like standing for what's right at a time where like women equality and women rights weren't really like a popular topic, but still like standing 10 toes down on that in every comic, like that shit's so tough. You gotta give Wonder Woman her flowers. That shit is so tough. Shit. And I think Batman's the worst just because I don't think he's as influential as Superman and Wonder Woman is.
Oh yeah. No,
I think Batman is the most complex character out of the 3. Like I think he's the most fun to pick apart.
Oh yeah, no, I was about to say he is the most fun character to talk about out of the 3.
Yeah,
when it
absolutely. Comes shit. Let me do this.
Batman just, in my opinion, he's just made a lot of mistakes. He's fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of bad judgment calls.
Absolutely.
So it's like, and if you look at Batman as a character, literally everyone agrees, and everyone in every other universe, when Batman has one bad day, he is the worst threat ever. You can't give the best character objectively to the character that every other universe turns evil. Like that's just not.
Yeah, when Batman snaps, like the whole world is fucked.
Yeah, the math speaks for itself. It's the proofs in the paper. Look at the Batman who laughs. That's a Batman that was infected with the Joker toxin perfectly. And he is a multiversal threat.
Yup.
What are we talking about right now? Hello? Hello?
Boom.
Also, fun fact, you are right. Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman was not the first woman superhero, but she was the first woman superhero to become mainstream and the first woman superhero to headline her own dedicated title.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's my goat right there.
The GOAT. Wonder Woman is the GOAT.
That's my goat right there. Anyway, speaking of multiversal threats, rank from best to worst the 3 live-action Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck me, my ass.
We have Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
Oh, you can't ask me a question like this and not be prepared to talk about this for like 30 minutes. You can't do this to me. You can't. Okay. Okay. Fuck me. Fuck me. Like objectively, just best to worst or worst to best, like just of all time, like of every category, or are we saying specific categories?
No, worst
'Cause
to best in your opinion.
Fuck.
All combined, in your opinion. Worst to best.
Fuck. Can be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
It's only a
That
good Peter
is
Parker.
like the entire opposite of what I thought you were going to say.
I think Toby is a great Peter Parker. He's amazing Peter Parker. He's a shit ass Spider-Man.
What?
Andrew Garfield is not a good Peter Parker. I don't want my Peter Parker being cool and sassy and all of this. I want him to be awkward and lame and nerdy like he's supposed to be. He's a great Spider-Man, though. He's perfect as Spider-Man because he's cocky, he's confident, he's sure of himself. That's what Spider-Man is. That's their parallels. There is no parallels between Peter Parker and Spider-Man with Andrew. Tom Holland is just objectively perfect in both ways. He plays a good Peter Parker and he plays a good Spider-Man. And he's gonna do great with Brand New Day. I'm telling you.
Okay. Hold on. Here's my issue. Let's backtrack a little bit. Toby's a shit Spider-Man?
I don't think he didn't play Spider-Man good unless it was in the video games. Literally, he had quips in the video games.
Did you watch the same movies as me?
Had more quips in the games than any of the movies combined.
Sure, I'll give you that. He wasn't as quippy. But what he didn't have in quips, he made up for in just like regular Spider-Man like shenanigans. Like, you have, let's say Spider-Man 2, for example, the entirety of the train scene and like Doc Ock seeing him coming to the clock tower and then them going to the train. Like, yes, he's not quippy, but you see a Spider-Man fighting and thinking like we would see Spider-Man fight and think. Like, we are literally seeing a Spider-Man act exactly how Spider-Man would in the comics when it comes to like serious combat. He's thinking about so many different things. He's thinking about the citizens in the train. He's thinking about how to stop the train now that the brakes are broken. He's thinking about how to stop Doc Ock. He's thinking about how to do all of this simultaneously at the same time without failure. He's also thinking about the civilians that Doc Ock is throwing as they're fighting. And on top of all that, he's avoiding not dying himself because Doc Ock is actively trying to stab him and throw him onto the tracks.
You know what? I will give, look.
Like Toby, the whole train scene, I don't think any Spider-Man scene from the other two has really put me on my toes like the first time I watched Spider-Man and a Doc Ock fight on the train. Like, that scene is so tough. That's such a good scene.
Okay.
That is so good. And like Spider-Man 1, when he has to choose between saving the people and saving MJ, and Peter finds out how to save both because that's what Spider-Man does. He's quick on his feet. He figures it out. Like, even though he's not as quippy, he makes up for it in other categories.
Okay, look.
Toby's a great Spider-Man. His acrobats, his swinging, his combat, all nuts.
After sitting here and listening to you, although I agree with some of your points.
He swung on a movie, he jumped off a movie train, swung, went through a slant of a wall that was this big, went, excuse me, and then landed back on the train. What are we talking about?
After hearing your points,
That's crazy.
But I just don't think that all of those scenes, you have to understand there were more. Toby had more better scenes as Peter Parker than he did as Spider-Man. Andrew had more scenes as Spider-Man than he even got to play Peter Parker. I think all in all, maybe between both of his movies, he had maybe an hour and 45 minutes of total Peter Parker time. The rest of
I
that,
also think
Spider-Man.
I also think the argument of Andrew Garfield being a bad Peter is so full of shit. I think the only problem with Andrew's Peter is that he's too cool. That is the only problem. If he didn't skateboard and if he wasn't quippy in front of girls, no one would have an issue with him. But because he does those two things, people have an issue with him. His Peter is great. His connection with Aunt May and Uncle Ben, the way like you can tell the stuff with his parents is still eating at him, the fact that he never got an answer, and he takes out his frustrations and his problems on Aunt May and Uncle Ben because that is who he is comfortable with. And we have the whole scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Aunt May and him, and she's like, no, you are my son. I don't care what anyone says, you are my kid. I raised you. I washed your clothes. I did all that. I am your mom. You are my son. That scene between May and Peter is fantastic. The entire love story between Peter and Gwen in both Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 is fantastic. Andrew Garfield's story as Peter Parker is just as good as his story as Spider-Man, if it wasn't for the fact that some of his quirks and the way he delivers some of his lines as Peter just seem a little off because they're a little too swaggy. That's all the problem is for most people. If you actually think about how Andrew's Peter acts in his two movies, minus the fact that he is way too cool for his own good, he does a lot of things that we see Tom and Toby's Peters do. Jesus. He's smart just like the other two Peters. We see that all the time. Like his Peter is almost just as good as the other two, but people have like stuck to this story that Andrew's Peter sucks.
Times. I don't think he sucks. It's just my gripes with him are that he acts too much like Ultimate Spider-Man, which is not what I wanted. They were writing the coattails of the Ultimate Spider-Man story. And that's what Spider-Man has been stuck on, is that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and not even Tom Holland, just a little bit of Tom. But it's mostly been Andrew's take, which I'm not saying is a bad take. I love that Spider-Man sometimes acts just like Andrew, or Spider-Man is a lot cooler because that's just what the times are. You know, I'm not going to argue with the time of when the movie came out in 2012. That's what high school was like. Nobody really acted like a fucking geek from the 60s. That's not what I wanted him to act like. But give me a nerd from 2012. Don't give me this alt dude who's just super smart too. I just don't fuck with that. Because that is just like how he was in Ultimate Spider-Man. Even when he got his powers, or before he got his powers in Ultimate Spider-Man, he was just a douche. Nobody fucked with Peter, not because he was a nerd, but because he was just a dick. Which I'm not going to fault Peter as well because of what you just said. The struggle of never getting an answer of his parents, never actually knowing what happened, fucked with Peter a lot. That's why he acted the way he did, because he didn't want to show those emotions out. He wanted to be a different person. That's why when the opportunity to become Spider-Man was given to him, he acts exactly like how he wants to act. And that's what Andrew Spider-Man is that. It's an Ultimate Spider-Man retelling. Although that's good, for a reset for a Spider-Man movie, don't give me a regurgitated comic story that just ended.
Fair.
Give me something new. Give me something fresh. Give me an entirely different take on Spider-Man.
Fair. I will say, for my list, pre-No Way Home. So before No Way Home came out.
Oh yeah, I'm not counting No Way Home.
My list would have went from worst to best. Tom, Andrew, Toby.
You really don't like Tom.
After No Way Home, my list from worst to best would go Toby, Andrew, Tom. It basically completely flips.
Okay.
And the reason for that is not because I think Toby did bad in No Way Home or Tom was bad before No Way Home. My problem is Tom didn't feel like Peter Parker Spider-Man to me. Like, he didn't feel like the Peter Parker Spider-Man that I know and love from all the games that I played and all the shows I watched. He felt different. He felt like a different kind of take on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of itched me the wrong way, and I didn't really like it.
And that's where we differ. Holy fuck.
And
okay.
Toby for me was always the best because I always felt like his Peter was fantastic, and I thought that his Spider-Man, given the time that the effects were, was great. For given the year that it came out and how held back they were on CGI and effects.
Yeah,
Toby's Spider-Man is fantastic. Like the stuff that they pulled off with the effects that they had, insane.
Oh yeah.
All of Spider-Man 3 is crazy. All of Spider-Man 3 is crazy.
I'll give it to Sam Raimi. He did some amazing work.
Yeah, but anyways,
2007.
After No Way Home, when No Way Home came out and I watched that movie, I walked out of the theater with my opinion not changing about Toby at all. I feel like No Way Home did not what's the word I'm looking for? It didn't increase or decrease my like for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It kept it the same. I still loved him just as much as I loved him when I watched his movies. Yeah. When I watched No Way Home, I thought Andrew Garfield stole the fucking movie as soon as he was on screen. As soon as he was on screen, it felt like it was Andrew Garfield's movie the rest of the movie. He absolutely fucking killed it. He completely redeemed his Spider-Man for most people after that movie.
Oh yeah. No, literally.
And so now I put him above Toby just because he felt like Peter and he felt like Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Like Andrew's Spider-Man in No Way Home felt like Peter Parker. Like I felt like I was looking at Peter.
It felt like no, you're so right. It genuinely
felt like Peter.
What we were missing for a live action.
Like it felt like Peter. I was like, oh my God, he's fucking like I could watch an entire movie that is written the way No Way Home was written for. Like if it could have No Way Home's writers for an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, I would absolutely watch that.
Yeah, I would 100% enjoy it.
Because that would be an amazing movie. But further point, after No Way Home, Tom Holland, that movie flipped a switch in my brain. And I was just like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get why people say this is the best live action Spider-Man we've had. I get why people say Tom Holland is their favorite Spider-Man. No Way Home didn't just make Tom feel like Spider-Man to me and feel like Peter Parker. It felt like we were getting like a true Peter Parker Spider-Man story. And we were finally getting his arc of like becoming Spider-Man, becoming the Mask. Like his movies have been him slowly transitioning into independency. And finally, it took other versions of himself for him to finally lift off and kind of take his own leap of faith and become his own Spider-Man. And we finally get to see Tom fully become Spider-Man. He faces the Sinister Six. He faces off his greatest villains. He chooses peace and life for all of them and cures all of them. Not only does he do that, but at the very end, he sacrifices himself in very Peter Parker fashion, making everybody forget about him so he can protect everyone. But him having the Aunt May death and her finally telling him with great power comes great responsibility, and him having that moment with the other Spider-Man of like realizing that this is his moment, this is when he becomes Spider-Man. Having the other two Spider-Men there to reinforce that this is supposed to happen and that he's on the right path, that made him feel like Spider-Man to me. Like I could see, I was watching his transformation as it was happening. And that's one of the biggest reasons I love No Way Home so much, is because for me, it was finally Tom Holland getting what he deserves as Spider-Man, getting an actual Spider-Man story.
Yes, sir.
And oh my gosh, it was so nice not having a fucking Iron Man story. I was so tired of the Iron Man stories.
So I was tired of Iron Man like
the
fallbacks.
fact that Iron Man died before the second Tom movie, and the second Tom movie was like 90% fucking Iron Man, pissed me off.
Literally.
I was, oh my god, it made me so mad. Like, I was like, seriously? The fact that Mysterio doesn't even beat Peter with his own technology, it's Iron Man's technology, like, that shit is so lame.
No, literally.
I would love to see Tom become the Spider-Man that snaps on screen. I would love to see that. That would be dope.
Tom would
I'm excited for Brand New Day, because I think Brand New Day is going to be a good Spider-Man story.
Yes, sir. I think Brand New Day is going to kill it. Brand New Day is actually going to be such a good fucking story.
Because I could see it being a story where we kind of go into the psyche of Peter now that he's done this great sacrifice.
Because I mean, look at the trailers. He's gonna go through this like metamorphosis. Like he's like change.
Dude,
I can't
him falling, and you see inside the mask. The fact that people on the internet were hating on that, when that was the best shot in the trailer. Oh my god! Don't even get me started. There was the shot in the trailer of Spider-Man falling down, like falling off a skyscraper, and he's like dive bombing kind of, and you get a shot in his mask, and his mask looks like it's way in front of his face. So people were like, oh, why is his mask so big? Oh, why has he got such a big mask? And it's like, shut up for a second. Can you understand what this shot is trying to tell you? If you actually pick apart that shot is fucking beautiful. That whole shot, we see Spider-Man free falling. The mask that Peter wears is in a free fall, perfectly in control. But inside the mask, Peter Parker is not even there. It's a blank look. He's falling. He is at a free fall mentally. He does not know where to go. He is lost. He's contemplating just splatting on the ground. He is completely lost, and it's the Spider-Man mask that keeps him going. It's the being the hero, being Spider-Man, that keeps him from falling and gets him to swing and catch himself. That shot is the best shot in the entire trailer, and people were like, oh, why is his mask so big? Shut the fuck up.
And it's not even like an aspect of like people are forgetting, like the mask is still skin tight. Yeah, it's not, mask has a shell in it. We're not seeing inside the mask. We're seeing a figurative shot. It's not a literal shot. The whole
we're
point
seeing
of
it's literally just to see Peter,
his own natural like ties to what he loves and what he truly wants, and to his responsibilities. Which one does he tug on first?
It's such a beautiful shot.
He's obviously going to keep tugging on the Spider-Man one, because all in all, that's all he has left.
Well, and also like this Spider-Man, like he can't necessarily quit being Spider-Man, because if he tried to, he would be failing his Aunt May.
Yeah, literally, because Aunt May was like, you have this power, you have to keep helping people.
Yeah, she literally told him to keep being a hero.
Literally.
And that she was proud of who he had become.
I love Tom. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think Tom, for me, even like for a fresh Spider-Man story, I love it. Because even with how much I hate the first two movies about them just being Iron Man movies, essentially, I still love them because we never really got to see something like that before. And it's like, okay,
I just don't like that it was so Iron Man focused.
It was really Iron Man heavy, but I think of it in a positive way, because I like seeing them try to make a movie about Spider-Man years down the line of them already having a pre-established like Marvel world and
Mm-hmm.
seeing the effects of that Marvel world affect our Spider-Man. Because the Spider-Man is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be with our time, or technically he's a few years ahead.
I get what you're saying.
So it's like I like it for that, but I will say there's definitely a lot of better ways that they could have handled it by not
I'm
making it so and heavy.
I'm all for tying the worlds together and like seeing the effects of what other movies and media brings. But like don't make it a key part of the story.
Don't do that.
Cuz like
Like just
Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, Iron Man is a key part of the story. Even after he dies, like Iron Man's technology is the whole reason Mysterio is even able to do anything in the first place.
yeah.
And like that's just so lame. Like that's just first of all that makes Mysterio a more lame character to me.
Yeah.
Second of all, it just makes the overall story lame to me because I'm like, why are we talking about Iron Man again when he's dead and we already did this the first movie? Like
Literally.
there's just so many things about his first two movies that really rubbed me the wrong way. Most of it was just the fact that Iron Man was like such a heavy part of it. But his third movie like completely redeemed it for me. Like his third movie felt like it was a movie about Peter Parker.
Oh yeah.
And that's what makes me so excited for Brand New Day. Is because like I feel like I'm gonna watch another story about Peter Parker, which is why I want to watch a Spider-Man movie. I want to watch a story about Peter Parker.
Literally.
I'm not here to watch a story about Aunt May. I'm here to watch a story about Peter Parker.
Literally.
Now, if you want to make a spin-off series about what Aunt May does in her day-to-day and make it like a fucking rom-com or some shit, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'll watch that for my next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, like fuck it. But
I expect you to give a fuck about it when this shit starts tying in together. I don't care.
if the thing is called Spider-Man, I expect Spider-Man.
I expect Spider-Man.
All right,
Okay,
I have one more of these questions.
Yeah, I was about to say let's run it through the last question here.
I have one more of these questions, and it relates to our topic.
Okay.
This is not a rank from worst to best. This is a which one is better. Insomniac Spider-Man 1 or 2. Now we had a similar question last time, but I want you to think about it in this way. Cuz last time we focused a lot more on like the fact that Spider-Man 2 didn't have DLCs and didn't have New Game Plus. I want you to answer this question with this mentality. Which one makes you feel more like Spider-Man? Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2?
Insomniac Spider-Man 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I would really completely disagree. I would say Spider-Man 2 makes me feel like Spider-Man.
I think when it comes to the swinging and the power difference between them, I would say Insomniac 2. I would say number 2.
Okay.
But like when it comes to the story missions, Spider-Man is completely on his own. He has to figure all of these things out by himself. And like
I guess I see where you're coming from.
Of the story and all of his interpersonal relationships, because I will say in Spider-Man 2 you get to play a lot more as Peter Parker and Miles. Like you get to see a lot more of those sides joining together. But in Insomniac 1, they're parallels of each other until Endgame, where Doc Ock, he's losing his fucking mind, and is like, well, I knew it was you, Peter, the whole time, blah 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 blah, and then that whole scene right there, seeing Peter's life intertwine with his Spider-Man life, and him just wanting to try to help him, but realizing that there is nothing that Peter Parker can do anymore. I love seeing Peter fail in that aspect. Because to me, that's a really Spider-Man thing. Because Spider-Man's core, you can't be Peter Parker and be Spider-Man. You gotta pick one or the other during a lot of decisions. during a lot of fates for your own interpersonal relationships and your enemies. Because sometimes Spider-Man, Peter's gonna want to help everyone, but he even knows that people like Green Goblin can't be helped.
See, but I think, at least for me, I think the reason Spider-Man 1 is so good for you is kind of the reason Spider-Man 2 is so good for me. Because like one of your biggest reasons that you feel like Spider-Man is because part of the story is that you fail as Peter Parker. One of the best things about Spider-Man 2 is that one of the main parts of the story is that you fail as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's what makes it, at least for me, what makes me feel like Spider-Man is like knowing that there's a villain I can't stop. At least not right now. Like knowing there's a villain that could absolutely beat me and is a threat.
And that's
me being Spider-Man isn't enough. That's kind of what makes it feel more like a Spider-Man game to me. Like the fact that he needs his family and friends, the fact that he has to put his safety aside and their safety aside and be like, we need to band together and stop this threat, makes it feel like a Spider-Man to me.
I agree with you on that. And but that's why I was going to bring up the point of the introduction of Martin Lee and Devil's Breath in Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
Because that shit was like the fucking plague when it first got released.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand, Spider-Man, in a few days, half of the city was infected with this disease that like paramedic scientists, they couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. And that to me that's a villain that definitely, I feel like Spider-Man felt so defeated with that, because you could tell that after the Rikers breakout and after I would say before this, right? Because Devil's Breath, am I misremembering when Devil's Breath happened in the story?
Hold on.
That was before the Rikers breakout.
That's not why I'm making the face that I'm making. So you're saying that because of the plague and Devil's Breath, having like Martin Lee be such a threat,
felt like a villain that was unbeatable, because for the longest time you didn't see bro.
Okay. Can I say something? Can I say something? Yeah. Outside of specifically saying that it's Martin Lee, you are literally describing Kraven.
Okay,
you don't see Kraven most of the story. All of what you do see of him is him stopping, or is him killing villains that gave you trouble. Yeah. And at the end of the story, Peter's not even the one that is capable of beating Kraven. Harry is.
Yeah.
So like the same reasonings you're giving for like Martin Lee being a big villain, you're literally just explaining Kraven.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Kraven, I will say Kraven was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
To deal with.
You didn't see bro. And the first time you actually interact with him, it leads to Peter Parker dying. And he has to get the Venom suit to survive.
Yeah. No, you're so right.
Like, that's insane. You never interact with bro before then.
I guess okay. I guess I didn't really think about it like that, because when it comes to Kraven, hold on.
Okay. When it comes to Kraven, hold on. Crazy. Chat, how are you doing while we're waiting for Alex? How's everyone?
Sorry. Aiden walked in here and I was telling him something.
Type shit. When it comes to Kraven, what?
When it comes down to Kraven, sorry, I was finishing up my thing that I was telling Aiden. When it comes to Craven, the fact I will say, I will agree with you on this now that I'm thinking about it. I was a lot more scared knowing that he was murking my fucking rogues gallery than everyone getting sick. Look,
Yeah,
like at
people
the end of
tend
the
to forget that like Insomniac Spider-Man 2 literally leads to the death of like half of Spider-Man's
like
villains.
Vulture and Electro and Scorpion are literally dead.
Dead. Yeah.
They're literally dead.
Yeah.
So it's like because Craven was like, well, Spider-Man has trouble with him. I'm gonna show him that I'm fucking better than him.
Yeah.
And even in logs, and Shocker too. Shocker was the worst one in my opinion because the way that fucking Craven described Shocker is like he was an animal that knew that he was the prey but refused to be that. So he
Mm-hmm.
was just a wild animal
Mm-hmm.
backed into a cage. But even then, Craven didn't he said something along the lines of, "But I've dealt with animals with or without the cage."
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like you're
Yeah,
telling me you
Craven and the
did
Insomniac verse is a threat.
like Yuji Itadori did the fucking what's his nuts. He
He
was
had to
tracking
go.
him in the snow. Like what?
He had to go.
What?
No, but
What are we
like
talking?
that's my whole thing is like what the fuck are they gonna do in Spider-Man 3? Because all of
It would
Spider-Man's villains,
really
all
have
of
to be
Spider-Man's like main villains are gone.
it has to be like Carnage and like the Chameleon and like a reintroduction of Tombstone. Like it would have to be
I
some
feel
like it
like
would
they'd
have
have to I feel like they'd have to come up with new stuff though.
that's my other thing because Insomniac's really good at making good renditions of characters. Insomniac Spider-Man is so far off that I feel like they could get away with making a new villain or making a new character.
Well, no, I just mean like they would have to put a new villain in that they haven't introduced before.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well,
one that hasn't been in the games before.
like I mean, Carnage obviously is just my number
Yeah.
one pick.
Yeah, Carnage obviously, but he also has his side missions too, so like we already know Carnage is going to be in something in the future.
Yeah, he's gonna be in
And we
something.
know Chameleon is also going to be in something in the future.
I do like how Insomniac handled Carnage as because Carnage, Cletus Cassidy, he was a cult leader before he became Carnage. That's why he went to jail because he was also a serial killer with his cult.
Yeah.
I I loving that. I love that. I love how
Mhm.
Insomniac did that. What question are we on, Tay? We're on the last question.
What's up? What? Why? Oh, sorry, Lily. Is she still hungry? And nothing else is coming out? Okay.
That's what I thought too.
I will give her some, for now, in a bottle or something.
Which is so the question that we asked was
We
who
have
do
to
we
get her
think
formula. We have to get her formula.
Spider-Man or Insomniac 2 Spider-Man?
Sorry.
It's all kind of they're all thrown around.
All my stuff is over there. So that's your and Sierra's stuff.
You can't be upset for too long though. Look at her smile. She doesn't know anything.
Mhm.
She's just happy to be with you, Mama. I'm sorry, baby. I know you wanted to do it longer than that. I know you wanted to do it longer than that. I'm sorry. Maybe you're just not eating enough. Maybe you just need more to pump. Maybe you just need more to pump. Maybe you need to start bringing like nuts and fruits with you to work so you can snack on them throughout the day into class. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm locked back into the conversation.
We're good.
What's good? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. what the hell Spider-Man 3's villains are gonna be.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I've been sitting here running through my head.
So they have some that they've already established that are probably going to be in the next one, which are Carnage and Chameleon. Those ones are already established.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could see a return from Tombstone, but I feel like Tombstone is almost getting to like that anti-villain stage in Insomniac's story. Like
Yeah, because I was gonna say Hammerhead's dead, right?
yeah, because Yuri killed him.
Yeah.
I think. I'm pretty sure he died at the end of his DLC.
He died.
I want to say he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I mean, I guess I can look it up. Oh my gosh, get this box out of my way.
Get these balls out of my way. Me when I'm at a gay orgy, trying to find my wife. These balls out of my way.
Okay, got you. So he is presumed dead. There's no actual confirmation.
Okay.
But he is presumed dead. The game heavily implies that he did not survive. But it never confirms if he's dead or alive. It just heavily implies that he's dead.
I gotcha. Oh, get that bot out of here.
I know, I'm working on it.
Get out of here. Silly goober.
Because he blows up in the plane at the end of the Silver Sable DLC.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And lands in the water, and he is never seen again or talked about again after that. So my assumption would be that he's dead.
Yeah.
Especially since it was Silver Sable that dealt the killing blow.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has a no-kill rule. Silver Sable does not.
Gonna change my answer then. And I'm gonna say I think Insomniac 2. It really does make you how do I put it?
I feel more like Spider-Man and Insomniac 2.
I think I'm actually gonna stick with my answer. I think Spider-Man 1 makes me feel more like Spider-Man. But
I think the swinging and like having the web wings and having like the technology legs, and then switching from the technology legs to the tendrils because you get the anti-venom suit, and Peter like becoming anti-venom, like all of that is so cool. Like, and it just makes you feel so much like Spider-Man. Being able to just zip through the city at Mach 5 is so sick.
When it comes to like solo, because that's what I'm saying. It's a good Spider-Man
oh my
story,
god!
And when it comes to solo stuff, I like Spider-Man 1 a lot.
Spider-Man 2's stealth system is infinitely better than Spider-Man 1's.
Oh, it is.
It's not even close.
Game mechanics, it's just sounds better.
The web line that allows you to do a dual takedown if you want is absolutely broken. It completely changes the way stealth works in that game.
It's broken, but it's 10 times
I have
more
multiple screenshots on my PlayStation showing proof that Peter Parker is the single scariest being in New York.
I swear to God.
I have screenshots on my PlayStation of multiple web lines on a roof with just sacks of humans hanging from them.
Oh, that's
just
so
like
tough.
eight sacks of humans hanging from them. And it's just like Peter Parker, if he was not noisy, if he did everything stealthy, is terrifying because he could kill you or knock you out depending on if you have a no-kill rule Spider-Man or not.
Oh yeah.
Before you can even really react.
But I do think we should leave this question up for everyone else.
Didn't you have your own stuff you wanted to talk about?
Well, I was trying to be time conservative because we're about to hit 2 hours.
Okay.
Fair point.
If you got stuff you want to talk about it, King.
Fair point.
We started early. That's fine.
I think what I'm gonna bring up is, where did it go? Here it is. I think we should talk about Forza Horizon 6 for a second. The game's about to come out. Let's just let's just talk about the realism difference.
Yeah, the realism is insane.
The graphic change on Horizon 6 genuinely feels like I'm looking at a real picture of a car.
Yeah. No,
it feels
Facebook
like I'm-
Marketplace is about to go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Facebook Marketplace is about to go nuts.
The graphics are insane, and like people are comparing it to other games and being like, "Oh, other games did it first," and it's like, yeah, other games did it first, but Forza 6 is playable on so many devices. Like it's easily accessible for so many people, and they can play it at insane graphics like that. That is insane. We haven't had a game that is this amount of realism that is so easily accessible for people.
I think when it comes to realism, when you
At least a racing game.
The best thing that you could even fucking like compare to the ray tracing is like a game like Tokyo Extreme Racer that came out years ago. That game's realism is just nuts.
Here, I'll show you actually.
Even when you look at the differences of their like very low all the way to extreme graphics, there's just no debate. Even when you look at extreme.
Okay. So here's my thing, chat. Let me go here. Let me go to stream real quick. Let me go window capture here. So tell me, look at this photo and tell me honestly, if this Forza Horizon 6 banner wasn't here, would you even be able to tell that this was from a video game?
That's what I'm saying. It looks
and
like
not
it was
just a picture of a car.
It looks like it was taken off of like one of like such a good camera.
If it didn't have this Forza Horizon 6 banner, would you even think that this was made by a computer? Like, this looks like a real car. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Like,
It's
the
insane.
realism is just nuts. It's so insane.
That the controls on it actually feel so smooth.
So if you get the deluxe edition, you can actually play it right now. It's already unlocked for you. And I know a few people that got the deluxe edition. They were actually able to start playing like a day or two ago. And I know a few people that got the deluxe edition, and all the different people I've talked to about Forza have been like, yeah, this game is peak. Like, the new Forza is so good.
Oh yeah.
I've heard so many people glazing it, just being like, yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait. It's a stream game. It's something that I want to play on stream. I just need to buy it first is the problem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, while we're here, real quick announcement, real quick W's announcement for the stream. I got my first paycheck from Twitch.
Oh,
last Friday. Yeah, you get to race a Gundam suit as the opener race. It's so tough. But yeah, I got my first paycheck from Twitch last Friday. That was pretty epic. 51 smackaroos.
51 smackaroos from Twitch.
It literally said like plus $51, and then it said like Twitch TV, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I just got paid from Twitch.
No, literally. Here, Tidge, I'm about to send you something quick.
I was about to send me something real quick.
Look at this.
It's gonna be his cock.
Nope, it is actually. But look at this. This is a picture. I'm not gonna tell you. What do you think it's from? Obviously, I know it's a horrible quality picture because I saved it, but
I know it's from Forza because the guy's hoodie says Horizon on it.
it's Horizon. But like taking out your knowledge of Forza,
Oh no,
You
that
would
looks real.
this looks like a real posted up picture someone took of their fucking little Chevy Cruze type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, also, Tayshawn, big news for Xbox gamers while we're on the topic of Forza. So, me and a lot of other people that pay attention to certain news with big companies, it really, if you're an Atrioc viewer, a lot of people were very worried about the future of Xbox because Xbox's CEO and CFO were being replaced by people whose past jobs were in the AI field. So a lot of people were very scared that Xbox was going towards a AI direction. Well, one of the first things that the new CEO announced, the CEO that has an AI background, is that they are going back to the roots of Xbox. They are making prices cheaper. They're focusing more on consoles and effective prices on the consoles and games, exclusive games for Xbox. And they're wanting to bring Xbox back on the market. And they have no intentions of using AI to do it. And so it's actually huge, ginormous news for Xbox. We seem to actually have a CEO that gives a shit about the consumer.
that is type shit, actually.
It's
I was about
huge
to
news
say,
for
'cause
Xbox.
The new CEO actually wants to do better things.
Yeah, the
just-
CEO wants Xbox to come back to like be part of the big names again.
He wants them. He wants Xbox to be a competitor like they used to.
She wants it. It's a girl.
Mhm.
The new CEO is a woman.
Oh, she wants. Then yeah, she's gonna want it to be a competitor.
Huge news for
That's-
Xbox. Ginormous news for Xbox. I was really scared for Xbox because I thought they were going to go in like a full AI direction and I thought they were going to tank. But the CEO is like, hell no, we're going back to gamers.
Oh yeah.
And like, hell yeah. If you are the owner of a console brand, your only thought should be, how do I benefit the gamers?
Uh-huh.
That should be your only thought. Because those are the people that are buying your consoles. You should not think about the shareholders at all. You shouldn't give a fuck about the stock guys. The shareholders aren't going to mean shit if there's no fucking money to sharehold.
Yeah.
Focus on the customer. Unfortunately, we do live in a world where there's a lot of very simple-brained people, so people will get treated like shit by a company over and over and over again, and they'll still buy that company's products. Example A, Apple.
Yeah, look at Apple.
I try my best to only purchase Apple iPhone. Any other Apple product I stay away from. If I'm using something that is like an Apple product, it is third party. I don't think I've ever used an Apple branded wireless charger. I stopped using Apple branded wireless headphones a while ago. I don't use anything else Apple brand because Apple doesn't give a fuck about you. The only thing I use is their iPhones, and the only reason I use their iPhones isn't because like it's such a better phone than Android. It's because I like Apple's UI on their phones.
Yeah.
I prefer the phone UI. If I didn't prefer the phone UI, I would be using an Android.
I'd be using an Android all day, every day. I
prefer Apple's UI. Everything else I do, I don't use Apple because I don't like Apple.
I don't pay for any of Apple's extra bullshit.
Oh no, Tayshawn, I saw a clip of the Gundam. I know it's like full on Japan. I'm aware. Yeah, no, they actually did a great job with it. I know.
You ain't never. I don't think I've ever paid for extra iCloud storage like a day in my life.
I have, but that's just because I have so many photos and videos. I only pay 99 cents a month. That's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I literally pay $12 a year to just have thousands of photos and videos on my phone.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad. But yeah,
But I
getting
think
away from Xbox back to Forza Horizon 6. So I didn't even get into the Forza series until Horizon 4, I think.
Mm.
And so I got into the Forza series very late into Forza existing. And I got into the Forza series because of Riley. And Riley used to play the shit out of that, and I was always bad at it. But then I started playing it more. The more he played it, and the more my other friends played it, I started to play it a little bit more. But I've been looking at Forza Horizon 6 because I'm a huge fan of racing games. I always have been. I love racing games. And that game looks like a blast. I want to do that game on stream. That game looks so much fun.
No, 100%.
The racing looks fun. The graphics look insane. I've heard from so many people that the options for vehicles is a lot. Like they have a lot.
It's a new ball game now.
They have
like,
car
shouldn't-
meet slots. That's tough. That's really tough.
That is tough.
The fact that you can do actual car meets, that's pretty cool. I can't lie.
Car meeting in Verizon.
Wait, so does that mean
God.
Horizon 6 has character customization? Or do your characters not come out of the cars? They just stay in the cars?
That'd be kind of tough though if they finally added.
Oh, it has character customization? For real?
Oh shit!
It actually
Nice.
has that? Straight up?
Straight up.
They don't come out the car, but you can customize them? Oh, cool. So they have like their own custom silhouette then. That's cool. Hell yeah. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Is dope.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Hell yeah.
Can't even cap. That's kind of tough.
Well, I'm getting the sense Alex is tired.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it quits here on the episode. Before you leave, answer the question down in the comments. Which game makes you feel more like Spider-Man? Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2? Let us know down in the comments what you think, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay nerdy, guys. Thank you.